Welcome back to the crypto channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, both Bitcoin and Ethereum are potentially breaking out to the upside from these symmetrical triangle patterns, which I'll talk more about in just a moment, so definitely stick around. First of all, just giving you a quick update on the US stock market. This right here is the Nasdaq 100 index on the daily time frame, and so far today, we've actually experienced a bit of a bounce in the Nasdaq 100 index, and this is of course happening just after the Nasdaq 100 index last week almost tested the June lows again. We got extremely close to these June lows, and as that happened, we also saw the daily RSI approach oversold territories, which was telling us that we have somewhat limited room to the downside in the shorter term relative to the daily time frame. And so due to that, and also due to the fact that we do have some previous support around this price range on the charts, obviously once again we're currently seeing that bounce in the Nasdaq 100 index, which is also good for crypto in the short term while the stock market is bouncing, because in case you're new to all of this, the stock market and the crypto market are very correlated. So obviously if the stock market is dumping, that would mean that it's very likely we're going to see a dump across the crypto market, and vice versa. If we see a pump in the stock market, then it's very likely we'll see a pump in the crypto market. And so right now, while the Nasdaq 100 index is currently experiencing a small bounce, we're also seeing a small bounce in the price of Bitcoin today. But obviously, as we can see here, over the last 1 week, the price of Bitcoin has pretty much just been chopping around sideways at this range of support, sitting in between around 18,500 and 19,000, which has actually been a lot better than what the stock market has been doing over the last 1 week. And so that just goes to show how important this range of support is for Bitcoin. As we have seen time and time again over the last few months, we've obviously seen a lot of support in this price range. And on top of that, if we're looking at the daily Bitcoin RSI, technically speaking, we still have this active bullish divergence in play, telling us that we're due to see some reduced bearish momentum, which usually plays out in the form of choppy sideways price action or sometimes a slight bullish relief. And so basically what it means is that we have limited room to the downside in the somewhat shorter term relative to the daily time frame. So usually that means around 1 to 2 weeks on average if we're looking at a bullish divergence on the daily time frame. And on top of that, looking at the daily Bitcoin MACD, right now this is showing extremely low momentum to either direction. Obviously the histogram is extremely flat at the moment, which is yet another indicator telling us that we're likely due to see a little bit more choppy sideways price action on this daily time frame. And in case you're wondering the price range that the Bitcoin price is chopping around in between, looking on the 4-hour Bitcoin chart, we have support, horizontal support at around 18.5k and horizontal resistance at around 19.4k. And anything above that level of resistance, then I'll be looking towards this previous golden pocket as resistance, which is sitting at around $20,000 per Bitcoin. And once again, these Bitcoin price oscillators are showing almost no momentum to either direction on the 4-hour chart as well, with the RSI basically chopping around sideways around the neutral level, which is 50, while the MACD is also showing very low momentum to either direction. And so once again, based on these indicators on the 4-hour chart, I would not be surprised if we continue to see a little bit more choppy sideways price action moving forward in the immediate short term. But with that being said, staying on the 4-hour time frame and taking a look at this symmetrical triangle pattern, we are potentially seeing a breakout right now as of recording this video. But as of recording this video, we haven't actually seen confirmation for the breakout just yet, because what we need to see to actually confirm this breakout, whether we're breaking resistance or support, is at least a 4-hour candle close above resistance or below support. But if you want even more confirmation, then perhaps some more 4-hour candle closes or a daily candle close above resistance or below support can act as more confirmation. And also another way to help confirm a breakout to the upside or a break to the downside is seeing a retest of the resistance or the support depending on the direction of the break. And so for example, if we break out to the upside, come back down, retest the previous resistance and flip it into new support, then that can also be an extra confirmation signal. But technically speaking, we only need to see one confirmation signal in order to activate the next technical price target. But the more confirmation, the better, because the more confirmation confirmation we see on the chart, the more confident we can be in the price targets being hit. And speaking of the technical price target, if we confirm the breakout to the upside, then that will set up a technical price target at around 20.9k, nearly $21,000 per Bitcoin, which from the point of the breakout to that price target would be pretty much a 10% move to the upside. But if we actually flip around and confirm a break to the downside below the level of support, which by the way is sitting at around 18.8k, and this resistance line by the way is sitting at around 19k. But anyway, if this turns out to be a fake out and we actually confirm a break below support, then that would set up a technical price target down towards around 17.1k. And once again, I want to make it clear that at least as of right now, at the time of recording this video, we have not seen any confirmation for the break to the upside or a break to the downside, obviously. But anyway, getting into the Ethereum part of this video, this right here is the daily Ethereum to US dollar chart, and so far we have continued to see a bit more of a bounce from this golden pocket level of support, which was sitting at around 1.2k on this logarithmic scale. And when looking at these Fibonacci levels based on this previous Fibonacci level right here, which is sitting at around 1340, this is currently acting as some short-term resistance for the price of ETH. And if we're looking at the daily Ethereum price oscillators, right now the daily Ethereum RSI is looking somewhat neutral. It's attempting a bullish reversal, but we haven't really seen a lot of bullish confirmation as of right now, which is why I'm saying it's still looking somewhat neutral rather than overly bullish or overly bearish. But looking at the daily Ethereum MACD, this is currently showing some reduced bearish momentum, which is somewhat similar to a bullish divergence, because as we could see in these previous examples where we saw reduced bearish momentum in the daily Ethereum MACD, if we're looking at what happened to the price of ETH during those time periods right here, we experienced a shorter term time period where we saw reduced bearish momentum. And in fact, in both of these time periods, we started to experience a little bit more bullish momentum. But remember, as I said earlier, these types of signals on the daily time frame normally play out perhaps over 1 to 2 weeks on average. And we can see that happening in this previous example towards the end of August, early September, where the daily Ethereum MACD was basically telling us that we're seeing reduced bearish momentum, which played out over around 1 to 2 weeks before we continued that bearish trend overall. And so technically speaking, even though we're currently experiencing reduced bearish momentum, we have not confirmed a bullish reversal. We have not confirmed a flip out of that bearish trend. So technically, as of right now, we are still within this bearish trend. The trend hasn't actually broken. But anyway, zooming into the shorter term, taking a look at the 4-hour Ethereum chart, once again, we still have some short-term horizontal resistance at roughly around 1340 approximately. And anything above that level of resistance, then I'll be looking towards the 38.2% Fibonacci level of resistance, which is sitting just above 1.4k, more specifically around 1410. But once again, if we're looking at the 4-hour Ethereum price oscillators, starting off with the MACD, this is showing almost no momentum as of right now to either direction. And it's basically the same story for the 4-hour Ethereum RSI, at least as of right now. It's still chopping around sideways around that neutral level. But staying on the 4-hour time frame and just zooming in a little bit further, we can see this symmetrical triangle pattern, which I talked about in my last video that I posted yesterday on the channel. And as you can see right here at the time of recording this video, the price of ETH is making an attempt of breaking out to the upside. But like I said just earlier, as of right now, at the time of recording this video, we have not seen any confirmation signals for this breakout, at least just yet. But if we do see some confirmation signals, such as 4-hour candle closes above this line of resistance, which by the way is sitting at around 1310 approximately, or if we potentially see a retest of that previous level of resistance and then flip it into new support again with a bounce back to the upside, then once again that can also act as confirmation for the breakout to the upside. And in that case, that would set up a technical price target at around 1.5k. But if the price of ETH quickly reverses here and instead confirms a break below support, which once again is sitting at around 1.3k, then that would confirm a technical price target down towards around 150. And so a confirmed break below support to that technical price target would be a drop of around 11% approximately. But on the flip side, if we confirm the breakout to the upside above this line of resistance, then from the breakout to that technical price target, that would be a pump in the price of ETH by around 13%. And believe it or not, but there's actually ways to profit from this coming move, whether the price is going up, down, or just continuing with this choppy sideways price action. And if you want to know how to do that, then check out these videos popping up right here on your screen. Because the video in the top left of your screen shows you how to make money in crypto if the price is going either up or down, and the video in the bottom left of your screen shows you how to make money in crypto if the price is chopping around sideways. But anyway, that's everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next video.